Hi, this is Lisa again from Raydiance. I wanted to show you a complete style of my client. This is what it looks like after the hot rollers. All right, so as you can see, we had the tighter curl here. We had a little bit less tight, and then we had what we call just body here. So this episode is called Do's and Don'ts. So we're going to talk about hairsprays right now, and I have a pump and then I have an aerosol. So I don't want to deter you from one from the other, but I want to show you how to correctly use them. So in working with a pump is a very wet spray. So you want to make sure that when you do this, that you want to be at least 6 to 12 inches away, all right? So you're not going in and going like this, because if you go like this, you're going to get it wet and it's going to look like glue, and you're not going to be able to move it with a brush or anything else. So that is a definite no-no. So you want to make sure, again, that you are 6 to 12 inches away from the hair, all right? If you choose to work with a pump. Now, I prefer an aerosol. Aerosol is my favorite. So like you were taught to work with perfume, where you spray it and then you walk into it, in essence, that's what I'm asking you to do with this. So this can be held a little bit closer, but not much. So you want to go in with just short little squirts, okay? But it isn't gonna create a wet spot, all right? What it's gonna do is just simply coat the hair enough to where it holds your style, but you always still want that movement. You don't want a helmet, all right? You want movement in this. And all of the hard work that you did with the hot rollers and the defrizzing and everything else, you want that. That's what's gonna create a natural look. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move on to working from an oven and also boiling water. Do's and don'ts. All right, so here we have our oven, and we have our oven heating at 375. So anywhere from 350 to 450, 500, this is how you want to open up your oven. So if you were not wearing a hairpiece, you would typically open up the oven this way and you would look right in. But remember how your face would get red and your eyelashes would kind of singe because of that concentrated heat? Well, this is the same thing. But now what I'm going to show you is a little bit of a trick. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up the oven, but you're going to stand to the side. Okay, you're gonna let that initial blast of heat go out, and then you're gonna walk around and you're gonna check how what it is that you have in the oven looks. This way, you're not gonna hurt anything with your hair. You're not gonna fry it, you're not gonna burn it, you're not gonna destroy it. So again, that heat, you're gonna open up, I'm gonna repeat this, you're gonna open up the oven and you're gonna stand to the side, and then you're going to let that heat go through. The same technique applies to your dishwasher. All right, so now we're gonna move on to, I have a boiling pot of water here. So what you're gonna do is this water is really boiling. Let's say it's pasta. You're just gonna stand to the side, all right? I can still see what my pasta looks like. I'm just not over the top of it, all right? What I'm doing is I'm allowing that steam and that heat to dissipate, and I'm not in front of it, okay? But I can still see what I'm going to do, all right? So now once that is completed, now I'm going to talk to you about a hat and also a headband, all right? So a lot of questions we get asked on hats. Can I wear a hat wearing a hairpiece? You can, but understand when you wear a hat, whether it's my own hair or whether it is a hairpiece, what's gonna happen after this kind of heat that we're experiencing now, or you have it on for 4 to 6 hours, you are going to produce what's called hat hair. So it doesn't make a difference if you are wearing a piece or you have your own hair. it's still gonna look like hat hair. So if you're okay with that, perfectly fine. If you're not, and let's say you are on a boat, or let's say you're on a cruise, and you don't want the hairpiece to come off, or you want to feel more secure, you can wear a very thin headband, just like this, and you can get this at the Dollar Tree. Okay, they're lightweight. They're not. It isn't going to affect your outfit or anything like that. So what you would do is you would simply bring it here at the temples and bring it forward like that. Okay. So what that's going to do is it's simply going to hold your hairpiece in place, so you're going to feel more secure, more confident when you're in a boat or you're on a cruise. So I'm going to demonstrate this actually on the piece, okay, versus my own hair. So what you would do is you would, this is very flexible. You're simply going to place it right at your temples, and then you're going to push back, and then you're going to push that hair a little bit more forward, so we help with that camouflage. So what it's going to do is it's going to provide security for you. And that's what the most important thing is. But you can see that it isn't really interfering with your style of what you're wearing. Okay? So it's another safe way of feeling confident in the outdoors. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, continued success. And this is Lisa from Raydiance saying goodbye.